Same thing with Philly though. It's the same exact shit. Niggas the same everywhere for real, but Detroit, Chicago, Philly, very similar places.
But it's wild because like you ever see the footwork?
Oh yeah, I love that shit. I've seen that. Like I've like watched like hour-long videos of like the niggas DJing and then like them dance. It's crazy.
Yeah, they'll do the footwork,
the juking and shit.
But it's like these niggas is niggas. All right, how could I put this?
Maybe we should use the N-word less. We'll put it that way.
Right, yeah. I'm starting to N-word heavy. But same thing with Philly. How the kids, they'll hit
the blicking.
They'll rock their hips and they shake that shit. These niggas will be great dancers and then just kill you. Like, we got to find the correlation between that, man.
I think it's just the way these kids dance today is very feminine. And in order to restore your manhood, sometimes you gotta shoot somebody in the face.
That definitely makes sense.
You know, like it's not cool, but I think I totally understand it.
I get that. It's like I gotta let y'all know I still got this masculine energy in me.
Yeah, like you ever see a NBA young boy painting his fingernails? That's a dangerous man. A gang member that got painted fingernails, that nigga got something to prove.
Yeah. Wait, people be wearing pearls outside?
Oh yeah, I almost put mine on today.
Oh man, what's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm Anthony Moore.
Asante Morris.
Pepsi, he knocked out on the rug today. We got Max back in the building, and episode 12. Episode 12, man. How you feeling?
Feels like episode 12. I feel like everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Things is going good. Oh, before we go any further, please be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Whatever platform you're listening to, subscribe to us on Spotify, on Apple Music. Shit. Matter of fact, do them on both and give us 5 stars on everything.
Yeah, do everything. Support in any way. If you got a brand and you want to give us some free shit, let us see it first so you know it's not corny as fuck, and then send it to us because we like free shit. And we also like promote it or something, right? We'll do advertisements.
Yeah, definitely promote it.
We'll act like we actually use the products and shit.
Yeah. This is where if you have a brand, your ad could go right here.
I'm just want some free Blue Chews. So why else would you do a podcast? I don't got nothing to say for real. Just want some dick pills, nigga.
Yeah, some people do it for the money. Some people do it for like the jewelry, the cars.
I want some honey packets. Some free honey packets.
Yeah, but things been going cool, man. You know what I was thinking about? I wanted to talk a little bit more about comedy, because not in the sense of I don't want to nerd it out with the comedy, but just things are going on with me. I go
like give the whole people your past week, because the week in the life of a stand-up comic, it's not like a normal week.
Yeah. I mean, because normally my normal day to day, I'm just in here doing laundry, taking care of my dog.
Right.
But my day really starts at night, and shows have been going good. I kind of haven't really spoken about my shows since I did the show at Helium, but just from my day to day, normally if I'm not on the road, normally throughout the week, I'm usually performing in New York, Manhattan, and Brooklyn. At my home club is the Comedy Cellar, but I perform at a lot of other places. But this past week, man, I went through some bullshit. So this promoter hit me up.
First red flag, promoter. If you've ever dealt with anything that needed a promoter in your life, you know that it just brings the worst out in people somehow. Right.
Because for the promoter is how can I figure out a way to hustle? How can I figure out a way to maximize my money out of this situation? That's their outlook.
Yeah, promoters are capitalists in the most direct way.
Yeah, so they looking to finesse. So this promoter hit me up, and I used to work with him when I first moved to New York. At this time, I was just trying to make a name for myself. So, I'm going anywhere, performing for free, just trying to get familiar with the scene. But I stopped just because he was guest spotting me to death. And for those that don't know what a guest spot is, basically you show up at the show and you do 5 to 7 minutes unpaid. And he just kept doing that to me, whereas like he hit me up. Hey, yeah, you should come out. I got some room on you. I got some time for you on the show. And me just being a young, hungry comic, I'm just jumping at any chance to take that. But then after a while, I'm like, man, I gotta stop doing this to myself. So fast forward to now, things are getting better.
I'm basically still in that point though. Like guest spot shit.
Yeah.
I'm like just recently feeling like, all right, I'm not saying yes to everything.
Yeah. But also, you what? 2 years? You've been out here for 2 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been out here for 8.
Yeah.
So it took me a good while to get to this point. It took me up in about damn near 6.5 years to find some stability.
People don't know about that shit. It's a long ride. They be like, yo, let me come out to a show. You like, nigga, I'm not getting paid. They're not telling me what time I'm going up.
Yeah. But so fast forward to now where God hits me up last Wednesday. Hit me up last Wednesday and asked me, he was like, yo, man, I want you to come do my new spot. And I'm like, all right, I got time. Like, I had another show that same night. The show was supposed to take place on Saturday.
It's a black man too, right?
Yeah.
So of course you like, yeah, I'll help out a fellow brother in arms.
I want to.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I want to help out another brother, but man, these niggas do you dirty in the game. So hit me up Wednesday, asked me to do the show. I'm like, all right, I'll come do it. Then he hits me up the next day, Thursday, asked me for headshots. So I'm like, all right, the show 2 days away. It's going to take place. Saturday night comes. I'm on my way to the show. The PATH trains, I'm coming from Jersey going into New York. So the trains is running all fucked up on the weekends. And I text him, let him know, hey, man, I'm running a little bit behind. I'm about to hop in an Uber on my way there. Doesn't respond to my text. I'm in an Uber calling him because we in traffic now. Still doesn't pick up. I get to the venue. This shit just closed. Lights off, nobody in there, doors locked, and it's like now I done left the crib 2 hours. I could have just stayed home and chill. I could have relaxed, and then he hits me up the next morning. Hey, bro, I'm just seeing this. The show next Saturday. No, like, let me reimburse you for your Uber ride. Nothing like that.
That's crazy. Like, just seeing this is always a lie too.
Right.
He was getting dick. Like, when a girl texts you that, I just woke up. You was getting dick.
I know that I'm just seeing this lie. You can't fool me. But yeah, after that, man, I was like, yo, I gotta stop doing this to myself. Like, and I was mad at myself because I knew better. But
yeah, people really just try to test the limits of your self-esteem in this business. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but never again. Won't ever get me again with that shit. Other than that, how shows been going for you?
A little bit less of that. That ain't been happening to me like that. Just like regular shit. Just shows like, yeah, I've been here 2 years. So like every month I'm like, all right, I gotta put my schedule together. Like I gotta find stage time this week, that week, this day. Like I'm doing that. I'm working 9 to 5 and I'm like filming fucking a skate video, and it's just a lot.
Yeah, no, this shit is definitely, bro. This shit is definitely a lot. But at the same time, with the whole grind of it, it teaches you to enjoy the process. Like, I mean, you gotta fall in love with it.
Yeah,
you gotta just really fall in love with the process.
I heard somebody say, I heard this quote: oftentimes the journey is more satisfying than the destination.
Yeah. Because once you reach to wherever you're trying to get, it's like, all right, now what's next? Because now that's the point I'm at. Where it's like, all right, I've been trying to get in these clubs. I've been trying to get consistent club work. But now it's, all right, how can I get consistent road work? Or when the strike is over, how can I get a writing job? How can I get an acting job? So
these are good goals, by the way.
Yes.
These are attainable. Like in this business, or any sort of entertainment business, people make really weird goals. And it's like, you can control all of those. Mm-hmm. You can't control, I want to have the best TV show and on CBS. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
those are good goals.
No, you got to go with more internal goals, because if you worry about all the external shit, it'll drive you crazy. This shit, like, just worrying about the things you can't control. Oh, I didn't get into this festival, or I I don't know, just looking for other validation. As long as you make yourself proud, that's the end. That's the end goal you want.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of artists and shit that listen to this, and that's pretty good advice. Like, especially if you like a rapper, because rappers are probably the most delusional people in America. Like, they just, I'm gonna be the best rapper. Realistically, you should think like, all right, what was the type of music I used to listen to growing up, and you know,
let me recreate that feeling.
Yeah, let me recreate the feeling. What was something that I always wanted somebody to do, but they never did? How could I do that? That's really what you should be trying to do in this shit.
Yeah. Well, damn, I actually like that.
Sorry, rappers had to catch a stray, but you know,
I actually like that. That's actually the perfect segue to talk about Reason.
You gotta just let the segue flow. You can't be like segue. Here we go.
No, but yeah, no, that actually, I like that point because it made me think about the whole Reason situation with his manager.
Damn, that was so mean.
That shit was evil because it hurt to watch that. As for me, two ways. I didn't like watching that just as a man, seeing like another man got your career is in hands.
So it was his manager or is the president?
I believe he's the president of the label. Let me look that up just to be 100% sure.
So Reason is a rapper or is he's an artist?
Yeah, he's a rapper signed to TDE.
And he's on a podcast talking shit.
No, he was just talking to.
He's like shooting the shit, not talking shit. He's shooting the shit about business.
Yeah,
and then
so that guy,
co-president,
the co-president of the label. So Reason artist. I mean, I fuck with his music, and he's been signed to TDE for some years now. Just put out another album, but leading up to the album, he was live streaming. He was live streaming, talking to two guys, just doing a press run to promote it. And they asked him basically, what do you think could help your career right now? Something along those lines. And he just said, basically, I think what will help me is if I drop music more consistently. The president of the label took that as a shot and just decides to call into the live stream and just shits on him. And just ask the other guys, well, like, you blaming us? Well, he said the reason you blaming us. Well, you sitting with two guys that don't even know none of your songs, and it's just like, why would you have to try to play? Why would you put your artist on the spotlight now?
Yeah, I don't even understand. He didn't call out the president. Also, it's just insane to fuck up your artist like that. Like fuck with your artist,
right? Like imagine 50 doing that to Yayo or Jay doing that to Bleak or Freeway.
Yeah, like aren't you supposed to be trying to make this person money because then it's going to in turn make you money? Like why are you fucking up your own money?
And that's why for me, when it comes to the music I listen to, that's why I support what I like. I'm real big on supporting what I like now. And because I see how, I know for me in comedy how I gotta put this. I know for me in comedy how being in the right position, whether it be by management, an agency, a publicist, things can come together for you. And it's kind of the same way in music. I feel like Reason might not be placed in the best situation, and that's affected his reach.
Yeah.
And that's also, for me, that's why I rock with Ace Hood. Because I started fucking, seriously.
I'm not making fun of the fact that you listen to him. I'm just like, it's just funny that you are like his biggest fan.
So I got into Ace Hood kind of late. I got into him. I was watching a Breakfast Club interview. He was on the Breakfast Club, and this was around the time when he split with Khaled.
Oh, so this is after like all the the radio hits.
Yeah, this was probably like 2018.
So this is a noble pursuit of yours. I actually fuck with this. So you came across his story.
Yeah, I came across like watching the Breakfast Club. This one I used to like just watch their interviews heavy, and he was just talking about the split and things of that sort. And it made me think, it's not that Ace Hood just got ass out of nowhere or anything. It ain't like he fell off. It's just literally the labeling position. You went from being signed to Khaled and having all of these connections and being able to get a future on the hook, a Rick Ross feature, things like that, to now I'm completely independent and got to figure it out on my own.
He is a good rapper too. I don't like his shit, but I can't deny that he's talented.
But you don't go from having a hit, like having hits like Hustle Hard, Bugatti, to now I can't find another hit. Is literally just the labeling.
Yeah, it really just matters if the right person thinks it's good enough to promote it and will put money into it. But I respect independent artists more than anybody else, because like any success that you get on your own, like you don't owe nobody else that shit, which is like crazy impressive. Because first of all, I could never be a musician at all. So to go from having the talent to be a musician, then having the confidence in your musical ability to create projects,
right,
put them out, and then promote them, put the time in to do that, and then they're received well, and then you continue to do that, and you're consistent. That's a lot of work. And you know, for independent people, and then, like, the best thing is they got full creative control. Yeah. So they don't have to deal with any, like, that's another thing that
it's like making a Tubi movie for music.
Yeah, full creative control. You can put as many awkward sex scenes in it as you want. And it's like, maybe everybody doesn't like it, but if it's what you want, that's the cool thing about it. Yeah. Honestly, like, that's the funny thing. Like, maybe Reason, or, you know, anybody that's not getting like major label like fucking push, is they might just be doing what they want to do. And it's like, you gotta think about who you are. Can you relate to every motherfucker on earth? Right. So maybe your music relates very heavily to some people, and other people, they could do without it. But the people that fuck with it, like you said, you fuck with this shit, right?
Yeah. So I actually went to an Ace Hood concert this past October. I went to an Ace Hood concert in Manhattan.
Did he have like openers and shit?
Yeah, he had openers.
Anybody notable?
No, they were opening just for Ace Hood.
His limo driver went on first. Then he went back to warm the car up. And then one of the bartenders at the venue did a poem.
But it was dope because going to that show, it wasn't a big turnout at all. It wasn't a big turnout, but
so it wasn't no hoes there, right?
Actually, it was one. It was like
nigga said one.
No,
hold up.
It was a bunch of chicks in there supporting their boyfriends, and then it was one chick in there by herself.
I like that type of shit where it's like, he's like a family man, right? Yeah. I want a nigga to pull up with his main chick and enjoy something instead of like a bunch of niggas in there smoking weed, leaning on a wall, like, look at all the bitches in here. I'm about to. That sucks.
Yeah. So with that Ace Hood concert, and he was on stage talking about that. He said, you know, I had to go back. He was like, after I left my last situation, now I'm back to doing stuff like this. I'm just building it brick by brick, just building this foundation up. So that was a dope ass experience. And because we like just,
and you know, he's not selling drugs now, right? Because he don't got the insane money and 90 dudes on stage with him, right? Because you know a nigga selling drugs because he, like, you know, he had his whole entire fucking neighborhood with
the
him.
Whole organization.
It's just him,
right? Like, then these rappers would be surprised, like, damn, how they catch us for this RICO? How they arrest all 30 of us? It's like, nigga, because y'all was all on the stage at the same time.
The amount of people that get caught on Instagram is especially hilarious because they have a picture with, like, they have no job history, but they got a Lamborghini, right? And they sitting on the hood and they got like Versace. So other than that, did that ruin your week? That we really started with the I think this all started the comedy show, and then we moved into like the artistic.
It didn't ruin my week, but it did just fuck up my night. It did just like messed up my night because it's like, bro, you had me come to the city 2 hours early, where like I had a show at the Cellar. I had a show at the Cellar at 11:30, so I was going to do that show at 9. Then still had time to go get something to eat, then do my spot at the Cellar, and then go back home. But shit, now I done left, and it took me damn near like an hour and some change just to get to that part of Brooklyn. Now I don't know.
What part of Brooklyn was this? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, it wasn't no bad part of Brooklyn. It was like it wasn't too far from downtown, but I'm not even sure that the name of this area. I forget the name of that particular area. It was right off of like near the G train.
Oh damn! You should have hit me up. I would have been like, all right, what's up? We'll go to the hookah lounge or something. I don't know. What was it, Saturday? I was probably busy on that.
Bro,
day.
we would have looked out of place like shit. I'm in there not knowing how to use the hookah. You got your skateboard in there. Bro, we would have been scaring the hoes.
Yeah, just like, oh, this is a weird combination of people. All right. I didn't know gay niggas that had nothing in common would date like this. Usually gay niggas look alike, and they ain't a couple.
But other than that, week was cool, man. Got to see some white people get beat up.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love like seeing, because the problem with the black community always seems, or at least the way it's told to us, they're like, there's too much black on black crime. But violence is cool. It's just depending on who you doing it to.
Yeah, it depends on who's.
So it was exciting. I was like, oh shit, I get to enjoy this one. Mm-hmm. Like usually when I see a school let out and then like 90 kids is fighting, I'm like, damn, shit, y'all fighting each other. But
right, yeah, somebody put them to sleep for good.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But to see this one, the boat fight in Alabama.
Yeah, he hit a nigga got hit with a chair. Nigga picked up a chair, a folding chair, hit a white dude with it.
Bro, I haven't
like
seen
Triple H.
Yeah, I felt like a kid again watching SmackDown. That shit, it was cool to see, but at the same time, I don't know. Well, one, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about the fight? It was so many different aspects. It was so many different aspects that was cool to see about this. It took place in Montgomery.
I wish shit like this would happen around me, because a bunch of the dudes that was around there had nothing to do with this. But they just wanted to get in there.
Yeah, shit. They just wanted to get some hits on white people.
And I would love to do that too every once in a while. And the media be on my side. That don't happen.
Yeah. So with this situation,
them white dudes got to have like a fucking Bass Pro Shops hat on.
But you know how to start it, right?
Be against them.
You know how to start it, right?
Yeah. So the black dude was the boat like yard worker or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was staff at the dock, and he was trying to tell the guys that they needed to move their private boat because the main boat needed to dock. They needed to tie it up on the dock so that. Yeah,
but haven't you ever like told your side boat that it needs to leave so your main boat can come in? That's always a struggle, because it's like the main boat is not gonna want to see you here. You got to make room for the main boat.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to hit your side boat with a chair.
Yeah.
But
side boats is hard-headed. Hard-headed make a soft ass. But he got the media coverage of this seems to be all on the black people's side, which is.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
He pushed, I think one of the niggas like pushed a white lady.
Bro, that was kind of scary.
I stood up and clapped at that point. I was just like, bravo.
But I was glad that white woman had some swimming lessons because that could have been dangerous.
I don't think white people. I don't know if there's any white people that can't swim. I feel like all white people know how to swim.
Yeah,
because they're not.
But this was it was cool to see. It was cool to see. So they started. So they didn't want to move their boat. Then white guys is like white typical white guy with boat energy was like, who are you going to tell me? Do you know who my father is? Probably something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
So they started attacking a black guy, and at this point he's just left by himself.
That was actually scary. I was like, damn, this sucks. Like that point in the video, I was like, yo, they really just teaming up on him. Somebody just recording, nobody gonna help.
They was fucking him up.
And then you hear the glass crash and the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin music starts playing, and the nigga start walking out with a chair.
But before the chair, the young kid, I think he was like 16-year-old. I think he was about 16. The young kid that swam over to his rescue.
Yeah.
Swam full uniform, and immediately as soon as he lifted himself up on the dock, he had to be tired because he's swimming his fastest.
Yeah, and
great breath control. They need to have like a little triathlon with this, where it's like you ride a bike, swim, gotta fuck somebody up, then get back to running. Like we need this type of event. But Immediately, once he got on the dock, he tackled somebody, did a little rock bottom, and then they were finally able to dock the main boat. And once they docked, all the black staff workers came out, started fucking them up. It was cool to see. I feel like that's definitely a nice team building exercise. They should have that at more jobs. People hear about that just at like Waffle House, but I feel like they should have that at a lot of different places where, have a Target versus Walmart event, or, well, matter of fact, I take that back because the Walmart employees would definitely win.
Yeah, this is a very good idea though, because you know how in certain jobs like that, especially retail, they have a undercover guest come in like a surprise, and they're like maybe they I don't know, they just go to see how they're treated as a customer. Yeah. They should have one that goes in there to get his ass whooped. Cause you've worked with people. You like, if somebody started jumping me right now, none of these motherfuckers will. Right. You don't want to work with people like that, and jobs should, build the team up in that way. Fuck a trust fall, nigga. Put somebody that might kill me in the room, and then see who helps.
Yeah. Let me see.
There's free Tory merch.
Yeah, it is
free Tory Lanez.
Yeah, no, don't free him.
No, I'm just like pondering the concept.
Oh, I'm about to say that's where you at.
No.
No.
Hopefully that doesn't get like chopped up out of context or something.
No, but yeah, Tory this week. Tory, he was.
Well, we should free Tory Lanez. We should free all the prisoners. I'm a prison abolitionist at heart.
No, you know me. You know how I feel about it.
I think we should just shoot him in the foot. It's restitution. Hammurabi's. I think we need to bring a combination of restorative justice and Hammurabi's law back so we can abolish prisons.
I saw somebody have this theory that we need to get black-owned prisons.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. There were black slave owners during the slave trade.
You don't want that prison for the culture? Like, where it's like,
I'm getting fucked in the ass, but it's making Jay-Z rich. Not a white guy. No, that's just terrible.
I'm doing life, but at least every Sunday we got brunch.
There's mimosas with my anal rape. That's my biggest problem with prisons too.
We got bars in a grass wall with LED.
Grass wall with a pink neon sign that says the date that you get out in your room.
I got LED lights that say 25 to life. Tory, man. I mean, I'm not you know how I feel about Tory. I'm not the biggest Tory fan at all. And the way people been acting, I've seen both sides. People say 10 years is too much for the give to somebody that
I'm not sure if the punishment fits the crime in the context of other crimes that have been committed. But okay. I mean, I think if you shoot a woman in the foot, there has to be some consequence.
It's definitely got to be some consequence. I mean, Remy Ma, nobody was saying free Remy. She did 8 years.
Who did she shoot?
Her friend.
Kill her?
No, she ain't kill her, but she shot her. I think it was over some money. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you just wasn't asking the right people. Yeah. Now, if you ask me, she shouldn't have shot her. I only support women punching each other, not shooting each other.
But yeah, she did 8 years. Plexico Burris.
That nigga shot himself. That was the most ridiculous thing.
He shot himself and did time. This nigga was the plaintiff and the defendant.
This was like what? Like, wasn't Obama president when that happened?
Probably.
That was a weird time in this country, man. You could go to jail for shooting yourself.
But I don't feel bad. And then the way people are acting about defending Tory, it's like his music.
What are you getting out of it?
It ain't right.
What are you getting out of that?
It ain't like he got to step in the name of love or I believe I could fly in the tuck.
Realistically, I think it's just people that got shitty men in their lives, and the idea that one day when they hurt a woman, they might go to jail is scary. Like, my little brother be shooting bitches, so what, he gotta go to jail now? Yes, nigga. Get his ass on the bus too. But again, in my world, you know, no prison. I think No Name's a prison abolitionist too.
Yeah, she is.
Like she got like a book club and shit.
Nah, man, some of these niggas deserve to be locked up. It's some places you just can't put some of these people.
No, we should definitely have prisons for rapists, pedophiles, and you know, people that fucking
Still packages.
People that steal packages. Yeah, if you steal somebody's package, that like stealing from a grocery store or something, like cause you hungry, there's nothing wrong with that.
I get stealing from a corporation,
but yeah, to steal from
an individual,
a neighbor, and it's like if a nigga get a new bike and he put it outside, I guess you gotta take it. But to steal a package, you don't even know what the fuck is in there.
Yeah,
it's terrorism.
And also with Tory getting sentenced, you know, people was writing letters for him. People was writing letters to the judge saying, like, you know, he's a stand-up citizen, thinking that this was just going to stay private between the judge, not knowing that after the fact, all of this becomes public knowledge.
What, like if
if
you write a letter to the judge?
If you write a letter on their behalf, just saying like, hey, I think you should be more lenient on this person in your sentencing. Like for example, Iggy Azalea, she wrote a letter.
Oh, so yeah, it becomes public record. I didn't know that people could find it that easily though.
Yeah, she wrote a letter saying, once she started off the letter, she said, well, she tweeted.
Jesus
she tweeted earlier in the week. She said she hasn't been in touch with him. She doesn't support anyone in the situation.
For months. He shot her like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And she thought, like she said, I was told this was for a judge only, yet it's being discussed in public. And it's like,
throwing anyway, any
But to say I don't like that defense.
Rehabilitative. Man, fuck that shit. Why? Because he's rich, you can rehabilitate him, but you can't rehabilitate somebody who lives in fucking projects.
But I don't like that defense of I thought this was for the judge only, yet y'all discussing it in public. It ain't like this just liking your ass ate or something of that sort. It ain't like you just liking.
Yeah, it's not a kink.
Yeah.
It's not some private shit.
This is you defending a nigga that shot somebody.
So if he would have got freed because you wrote a letter, he would be in what? Public.
Right. Just out here on the loose being able to shoot foots again.
Yeah. Everybody got to wear steel-toe boots around that motherfucker because he's shooting people in the feet. Also, I support prison reform. There is no such thing as prison reform. There's either prison or there's no prison.
Wait, that's what she said?
Yeah, I support prison reform, period. Meaning what? I've never seen her at a prison reform rally. All I've seen her do is get her BBL fixed.
Who else wrote a letter? Mario,
the one that jumps into the pipes, or
not the plumber.
No, I only said that just because I was trying to.
Yeah.
You should let me love you. That one.
Yeah, you should let. Yeah.
That nigga. That's a hater ass song too. I love that shit. But that's the most hating ass song I ever heard.
It is because he starts off the song. Do you enjoy being hurt? How the fuck do you go from there? How do you go from trying to protect somebody that's being hurt to defending the nigga that's doing the hurting?
Yeah. Also, how would you feel if you found if a nigga left that kind of voicemail like that on your girl's phone? I would murder him. And nigga, don't judge me. Don't tell my girl. Do you enjoy being hurt? That's disrespectful.
But he immediately, just.
Is there a list of the people that wrote on his behalf? Because that would be.
It probably is a list, but those are the only two names that I really saw. So if your main two supporters are Iggy Azalea and Mario,
you going to jail. Nigga, if they wrote me a letter, I'd go to jail. The judge would be like, who? How were you grossed out by the Sexyy Red sex tapes? Because I feel like that shit grossed me out a little bit.
Was I grossed out about Sexyy Red?
Well, first of all, isn't it technically revenge porn or something? So
I guess it would be.
It's illegal, first of all.
Yeah, it is. But
I mean, we've all seen her pussy through her shorts in a music video.
Yeah. But I guess once again, hold up.
All right, so why is Sexyy Red in the news?
So she's in the news because Well, for a few things. One, sex tape leaked.
Oh yeah, I
Sex
saw
tape
that.
leaked. Did you watch it?
I examined the evidence.
Nigga, I sent you it.
and I examined it.
No, I came across it on the timeline. But wait, did she want this out?
Apparently, I don't think so.
Oh, so we didn't see this.
No, everybody saw it.
Was it was it pink and the booty hole brown?
Pink pussy, pink booty hole was brown.
So she's definitely on brand.
I would have been really disappointed if booty hole was pink and her pussy was brown. Cause I'd be like, that's false advertising. I want my money back from the song. We all bought the single. Am I the only one that's been donating money to Sexyy Red?
Wow, she blamed it got leaked by a car accident. Wait, can you pull this up? Wait.
Yeah, like the car hit the other car, and then her phone clicked upload.
Wait,
you know how like you trip and fall in some pussy? It was like that.
She was exposed on the NOS due to a car accident. That's crazy. It's like a car accident happens, you go to rescue a chick, and you see, oh shit, this Sexyy Red in here.
A casual fling at the time recorded that.
Wait, go back. It says her casual fling at the time recorded the act, but failed to hide it. So she was messing. So her sex tape leaked because she was messing with somebody that had a girl, and he got in a car accident. And in the accident, he left his phone in the car, and then his girl went through it.
See, that's why women are bad people, bro. Like, shouldn't she be concerned about, her safety?
No, you should be concerned about me. We got in a car accident. I could be dying.
Yeah.
And your first thought is, let me go check through his phone.
Yeah, like his head's fucking bleeding, and then she reaches over him to grab the fucking phone because he's unconscious and shit. That's fucked up.
This nigga is sitting there concussed. He concussed on a stretcher. Like, he trying to put a thumbs up just to like signal that he's okay to the crowd. And she like, and then she told the paramedics, hey, can you open his eyelids for his face ID?
This is some nefarious shit. And not only that, she posted essentially revenge porn of, both two people. Yeah. She fucking with two people's lives now. Sexyy Red is never going to be able to get that job at NASA like she always wanted. Did I say something funny? She's really very intelligent. Have you seen her interviews? She's clearly a scientist.
No, that is.
If it wasn't for Sexyy Red, I wouldn't know that pussies are pink and booty holes are brown.
That's fucked up. You out here exposing Sexyy Red. Damn. No,
honestly, like
now she just got to do this.
Does she have a manager or like an agent? Because you know how sex tapes get leaked.
Yeah.
I feel like it's some shit like that.
No.
That's just a wild story too. I believe it because
I believe it because it was Sexyy Red, bro. The videos I've been seeing of her.
What videos? Like the sex tapes or just like her interviews?
Just interviews. Why?
Why? Because you spoil them.
Can you lay your ass down? Sit.
Don't get.
All right, you want to get into this?
With the Tubi. What are we gonna even call it? Because it's not a Tubi movie, but this is technically the Tubi movie of the week.
What would we call this? The Tubi show of the week, I guess. The Tubi show of the week. This was this week. What did we watch? This week we watched a show called Hoochie Daddies.
Oh my god, I love this shit.
I
loved it.
We watched Hoochie Daddies.
It was the best thing we've seen on Tubi.
Yeah, this was really entertaining. It was a house. So basically, it's a reality show. It's a reality show, and it's starring 8 masculine lesbian women. Am I saying that right? 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they build it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they would all identify as lesbian. I didn't hear anybody throw out the word queer or like gender queer or anything. I think they just like regular Southern, like it's bitches from Baltimore. They lesbian.
Yeah, and they put them in a house. So they put them in a house in Jacksonville, Florida. So it's basically just from one terrible neighborhood to another.
Yeah, it was really, and this is like, I don't know how to describe. I wish we could. You just gotta see it. Like these are really like some of the. They're so entertaining. They're like not terrible people, but they just like kind of suck.
But it's just.
But I love them.
All right, so watching this, and I mean this in the most respectful way. When it comes to like the studs, it's like they some of the, what on this show they're doing their best impression of what a nigga is, but it's like they 10 years behind.
It's all terrible. Because
it's like the outfits, even the term Hoochie Daddies. I haven't heard that term since like what, 98? It's like they still trying to catch up. It's like these masculine women on here, they still got the old nigga software. Yeah. They haven't updated their iOS yet. So just how they dressing. They got on like Aeropostale polo. they got on Hollister polos and capri shirts.
I swear to God, all of them had on acid wash jeans. Every single one of them. Niggas not wearing acid wash no more, are they?
No.
Maybe in Jacksonville, Florida. That's where they shot it, right? Yeah. Jacksonville. But there's people from everywhere. I don't even think anybody was from Jacksonville. It was like some people from Baltimore.
Right.
People from like Texas, and like there's one from Atlanta. The one from Atlanta is a gospel singer.
Wow, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think you could be that as a lesbian on a reality TV show. I feel like you got to give up one of those things. You either got to give up pussy or reality shows to be a gospel singer. Whatever, that's just me. But no, I really think I think men, we should take the blame for this. I think we should put forth better examples for masculinity so that the young 15-year-old girls with their dildos, they
grow to
can
be
use
better
the responsibility. Yeah, like with great dildo comes great responsibility, and they need to know that.
Yeah, because I'm sure they not. I'm sure some of them probably not out here boiling it properly.
You get too hasty. You got to let it hit a certain temperature, then do that. Let it sit, dry it properly with a clean towel so there's no more germs. They just give it a spit shine and head to the next lady. It's disrespectful. But you know what I love about this shit? Because this is a bunch of like really loud, rambunctious, and they're just ignorant niggas.
Right.
But I like it because, you know, men, whatever. But we ain't shit. But you watch this. Women, you couldn't do no better.
Bro,
as bad as we are, you couldn't do shit about it if you had the same shit going on in your life.
But it's funny watching them trying to thug it out and not complain. Like you could tell they trying to like tough it out. Like no, I'm this tough masculine person, but you know the internets, they want to complain about it.
Well, so, actually, there's like,
but they putting them in fucked up situations.
Yeah,
like from the first episode. Just how the whole living situation.
There's one, my favorite one. Her name is Dyke God. Wait, I swear to God.
Wait, hold up.
I swear to Dyke God. Her name, that's her name. And I'm not saying it's slurred because it's slurred. She has a big ass chain, which I'm pretty sure would not go well with a diamond tester. And it says Dyke God.
Hold up, I'm gonna play the intro song for y'all. This show, man.
Hoochie Daddies, come on.
I fuck with that. The living situations is wild. So you know, cause you know, like what other reality shows like Flavor of Love, I Love New York, even The Bachelor, they got a real budget.
Yeah, they have a fucking budget, nigga.
So so it's like
these niggas
they'll have them living comfortable. They'll have them living comfortable in like just a nice sized mansion where everybody could have their own individual room. Or even if they do have to share the room, at least everybody have a bed. on here, they got some people with beds, some people with air mattresses. They got
one chick I think was in the closet.
Yeah,
Dyke God's in the closet, which is, she was complaining about that shit, and I was mad because she's my favorite. Like, she seems just like me. She just sitting in a chair drinking a Modelo, complaining about hoes. I'm like, that's me. But yeah, they got her fucked up. They don't got no budget. All they got is some Hennessy and an Airbnb. They probably only got Hennessy. They probably got fucking E&J. First of all, I don't know if you remember this part, but in the first episode, two of them start like kind of fighting. You remember that part?
Yeah.
All right, but they weren't like fighting. They was just like gripping each other up. Actually, they was choking each other, and it made me a little, hot and bothered.
But hold up. This is how I knew the show was low budget. When the show started, so usually when most shows start, when they when they get dropped off at the house, they usually have them in a nice transportation vehicle usually with a driver. Washed. Yeah.
Usually there's no dirt on it.
Yo, bro. Usually it's like a nice just a nice town car or something. Just some type of nice transportation. They dropped them off at the house in a Jeep Patriot. Like
this show is sponsored by Airbnb and Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Bro, they don't even make these no more. But yeah, they got them living horrible. That really is crazy that she's a gospel singer.
Yeah, what church? I want to know what church she's going to that lets her walk in like that. In Atlanta, I'm sure there's like a lot of like gay friendly churches. But I gotta be honest, man. If you gay and you got a church, you gotta ask yourself at some point, like, what the fuck am I doing here? Because the second you leave, they all sit in a circle and pray for you specifically.
Right. Right. But I knew this shit was going to be bad when they was talking about it, when they was talking about living in a house, and the one chick was saying how she excited to be on Amazon Prime. Like, so.
Newsflash, this shit was freer than free.
Bitch, you are on Tubi.
This is like...
Right. Like, they did this. They thought like, all right.
This is freer than YouTube.
This is going to take me to the next level. This is going to really help blow up my career. Nah, bitch, you about to be doing gospel at lounges.
Yeah, you think you can Amazon Prime? You got a lot of levels before that. You starting with Tubi. Next is Pluto TV. And then you got to deal with all the other shit. Basic cable. Whatever, fucking public access. She'd be better off if this is on public access television with, fucking C-SPAN or something. What's public access TV? PBS? PBS still around?
I think so.
I fuck with PBS, or at least I did when it existed. I don't know if it still does.
Oh, so yeah, so basically in this house, they got them doing challenges to see who could be the ultimate hoochie daddy.
The ultimate hoochie daddy.
I feel like they could have came up with a better. They should just went with the ultimate stud or something like that.
They should have just had them all fuck, and then whoever comes last wins. This should have been way less episodes. Like Mortal Kombat, like you start with one and then you go up and then you fight another one and then you fight another one and then you fight another one.
This show is everything you think it would be with a chick of eight masculine women. Is dreads, haircuts, and periods. They got a point board that they're collecting points throughout the season. I only watched the first season, so I wonder how this point board is going to actually look. If it's kind of like school where, but instead of giving them a star,
it's a dry erase board probably.
But instead of giving them a star, they just give them like, I don't know, a dildo or some great Andis clippers. what do studs like?
These are a bunch of grown ass men. How you gonna make them do a TikTok challenge? These is real niggas.
But then they started fighting over like, they said somebody like this. They were like, "Why you stealing my moves?"
It's like, "Why you stealing my TikTok dance?" That's why they started fighting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel bad for like imagine if you were one of these girls' fathers and you're like, "Damn, this is how my daughter turned out." Like, she's on a reality TV show on Tubi.
Like,
God damn. Why can't you just suck pussy in private? I would love if I had a daughter. First of all, she has to be a lesbian. There's no choice. She definitely can't be on reality TV. Like what?
but no, I'm gonna finish. I gotta finish this season.
I think I might watch one other episode, but that's about all I got in me. We got to get back. You know, we do got to get back to. We got to get back to
the Dirty D.
Yeah, we got to make sure we do a recap or like a mid-season recap of season 1 of the Dirty D.
Yeah,
there's 2 seasons now, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
But this one, how do I feel about this? How do I feel this? Hoochie Daddies was cool, but I mean, you know, it was just certain things in Tubi fashion where like the cameras was off, the cameras was off, and the cameras were shaky, the audio was bad. And that's what made it tough, because it's like y'all bitches on here trying to put on these tough accents, and then with the combination of the audio, it was just bad all around.
Yeah, there's not really anything good about it except for the fact that they're all really rowdy, and there's never like a dull moment. It's not exactly exciting, but you know, you can't hear yourself think, which is good, because the despair of life never creeps up on you while you're watching this.
Yeah, that's Hoochie Daddies, man.
This can't get you when you watch a Hoochie Daddies.
If you looking for something to watch after you done finished all your other reality shows, if you don't finish the Ultimatum or what else, The Perfect Match or any of that,
or
man.
Daddies East on Zeus.
Yeah, get on Tubi and watch Hoochie Daddies.
Yeah, support the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
the worst of them.
Shit, man. You got anything else you wanna you got anything you wanna plug before we got out of here?
Nah, I don't got anything coming up between today and whatever Tuesday when this shit come out. I'm gonna just be working or relaxing or a combination of the both things.
All right. Yeah, man, it's been a good one, man. It's been another one, man. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
We got Max. We got Pepsi.
A lot of Pepsi today.
Yeah, he been showing his ass in here.
And his balls. Well, he don't got no balls. His little red rocket.
All right, man. Keep supporting. You know, this has been another episode of the We Want More podcast.
Yeah, thanks for enjoying this journey with us, or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say. Thank you.